Today's very interesting news about Davide Valsecchi told the 46-time F1 podium-winning star to shut up and drive after complaints about the Canadian Grand Prix. And George Russell named F1's best driver of 2025 after dominating the Canadian GP. For more information, watch the video. We also have some equally interesting F1 news, so stay tuned until the end to find out all. Welcome to DMAX F1 channel. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell to get the latest information. Davide Valsecchi told the 46-time F1 podium-winning star to shut up and drive after complaints about the Canadian Grand Prix. The Canadian Grand Prix brought out the best in some drivers, while others showed less than stellar performances. Mercedes driver George Russell was praised by Max Verstappen after taking the fourth win of his Formula One career. The pair were joined on the podium by Andrea Kimi Antonelli for the first time in Formula One, becoming the third youngest driver to achieve the feat. Further down the grid, the likes of Fernando Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon all exceeded expectations to earn valuable points for their respective teams. However, some teams will look back on the Canadian Grand Prix and wonder if they could have done more. Alpine's future may be in doubt, and they remain stuck at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship after another pointless weekend. Williams came away with a point thanks to Carlos Sainz, while Ferrari would have a less impressive showing in P5 and P6. Lewis Hamilton struggled with brake problems throughout the race and hit a groundhog, which damaged part of the floor. Charles Leclerc, who has taken 46 F1 podiums, made a mistake early in the weekend, and Davide Valsecchi was far from impressed with his approach to Sunday's race. Charles Leclerc told to shut up and drive after mistake-filled weekend at Canadian Grand Prix. Valsecchi was speaking on the F1 Nation podcast after the Montreal race, and discussing Ferrari. He said, "I don't understand why the drivers keep complaining on the radio. Leclerc had an incredible weekend, didn't he? He did 7 or 8 laps in FP1, and he was top of the championship. Then he crashed, and missed the second session, and that was his mistake. Then he comes in FP3, he is in second position, then he passes, he makes a mistake on his last attempt, and he complains about Isaac Hadjar, who is way ahead. We can say that the frustration is there because he was competitive, fastest in the first sector, then he starts the race and he keeps complaining on the radio about his strategy. How is this possible? I mean, why do you keep complaining on a weekend when you can win or you can stay on the podium? Your weekend is full of mistakes. It's not the right time to complain. It's the right time to ride and say sorry, and then things can be better and we will win next weekend. I don't understand why the team took this situation. I don't understand why someone didn't say, 'Shut up and keep going please, you are one of the best in the world, just keep going.'" George Russell named F1's best driver of 2025 after dominating the Canadian GP. George Russell is now the main focus in the Formula One world after scoring a brilliant victory at the 2025 Canadian Grand Prix. Starting from pole position, the Mercedes driver appeared calm, quick and in control throughout the race, even managing to beat the usually unstoppable Max Verstappen on a track like the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. This victory was not just a number on the standings. Many observers called the Canadian race the turning point of the season, and Russell was named the best driver in F1 so far in 2025. Russell not only dominated the qualifying session with a stunning lap that was unmatched even by Verstappen and Norris, but he was also able to maintain that advantage on race day, facing tremendous pressure from two top teams, Red Bull and McLaren. With McLaren stumbling due to a collision between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri and a strategy that was not optimal, Russell took advantage of the momentum and showed his class. He crossed the finish line elegantly, recording his first win of the season while bringing new hope to Mercedes, who had struggled at the start of the season. Despite his dominant performance, Russell remained humble. "I feel like we just made the most of what we had. But I don't think it's enough to be a title contender, unless McLaren keeps making mistakes," he said in Parc Ferme. But this statement shows the mentality of a champion, not getting big-headed, staying focused and knowing when to attack. Does this mean George Russell is back on track to fight for the world title? Max Verstappen is currently leading the standings, but his position is starting to be threatened. Russell and Piastri continue to lurk, and if McLaren performs badly again at the upcoming Austrian GP, things could change quickly. This victory is not only a victory for Russell but also a stern warning to Red Bull and McLaren. Mercedes is not finished yet.